Hi everyone, Scorp here. Continuing this Duelist the Roses Gemini challenge. Today we are gonna take down Shoddy. I'm gonna just go for one opponent today. Still, unfortunately, Final Fantasy is a very long game. Just to say. So we need to add in. So we're going against Shoddy. Shoddy plays rocks, mostly. He has the ability to hit us with some females, but I'm not terribly worried about them. But he is a great opportunity for us to just play some absolute garbage. So I'm thinking that we put, like, I don't know, Bear Lily or something as my leader? I'm looking over at my list of cards. I mean, Dark World Thorns is pretty bad. I'd probably use that as a leader. And that's not to say that I'm going to use any of these plants. Oh, no. This thing is literally getting used for this destroy specific enemy type leader power. Now, we're going to put in some bad cards. Or at least cards that I find are incredibly bad. Cards that I don't like putting in my deck, like Giant Mech Soldier, Giga Tech Wolf, Dice Armadillo, even Cybersaurus. I mean, honestly, we're just gonna put in, like, a whole bunch of machines that I don't want to play. Metal Dragon's fine. Metal Fishes, they can go in. Let's see here. And we haven't really put in any machines yet, so I'm not too worried about putting in cards I don't want to. I am going to end up using machines later for beating up, like, Rex, so I'm gonna, like, leave some of the actually decent ones. But there is a bunch of machines in this game, and a bunch of them are horrible. I'll leave most of the dark ones, but Saber Slasher is, like, one of my picks for top 5 worst cards in this game, so it's a machine, which just automatically makes it worse than most things. It doesn't fuse well, and its stats are horrendous. We are going to have to keep our eye on deck cost, because unfortunately, this man's deck cost is actually, like, kind of low. So what I also wanted to put in was some of these Fiends, because Fiends are also very numerous, and you guessed it, there's some problem children in here. But Whiptail is actually, like, kind of usable, and we're gonna have deck cost concerns here. But Marinfin's so bad. Marinfin's one of those cards that I just threw in starter decks because I was like, you guys can figure out what to do with this thing. Trying to make sure that I don't put in any cards that actually do, like, good fusions or anything. And try to keep the deck cost down a little bit. Let's see. Terra's pretty bad. The Barrel's bad, but it's kind of expensive. I mean, we only have 10 cards left, and we have, like, 200 deck cost to fill, so it's not that bad. Lord of the Lamp, Zemia, Witty Phantom, all of these cards, and I'm just like, they're cards. They sure exist. Do I really want to play them? Absolutely not. Barox is another of those cards that this thing's also up there in my list of why does this card exist. Fairlimp's not great. Let's see. Ryukushin's fine to put in. We can put in Sangan. Now I need some low deck cost stuff, so let's go the other way. We could definitely put in a couple of these bad cards down here. We could put in Call of the Haunted. This is a pretty good time to play it. Yeah. Just in case we're actually having a problem, and I don't really want to put in one of those. I don't think Sparks exist I've used yet, but I'm gonna have to go through and check and make sure that I'm gonna go check these off on my spreadsheet and make sure that none of these things are actually already been used, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, you guys probably noticed while I was putting cards in the deck, I accidentally put in a second Gigatech Wolf. So I took that out and marked off Gargoyle, so I'm going to use that. Not a great card. It's acceptable. I mean, it's never dies in battle, which is kind of nice. Until you realize that, like, it's probably just going to get hit over and you're going to die. But otherwise, its effect's okay. So, yeah, we're like 19 deck cost too low. You could make the case that I should take out the Call of the Haunted and throw in something that's like 20 deck cost. Or, that's definitely an argument you can make. But this is another day of getting rid of absolute garbage out of our deck, so... Or out of our card pool. Which is a lot of what we have to do. Unfortunately. There's no great way around the fact that there is a whole bunch of cards that I probably would never want to put into a deck. And most of them are basically just cards that are in starter decks all the time from those of us that make mods, because you don't want to put them in the deck. Goodbye. Yeah, this is not going to be a fair game. All of these are terrible, which is to be expected. Maybe we can have this Gigatech Wolf go deal with whatever trap this is. I can summon a monster, so 1300 damage looks pretty good. Now, I could play super aggressive here and flip this and go like this. That's probably the most aggressive I could do. I could have also changed things to zombies, and that would have gone kind of well, probably. I could have, like, played that Sandgan or something. Okay, hand is atrocious. Okay, game over. Unfortunately, that was a very short amount of content. Let's go ahead and do another one. It's regrettable how short these are. But now we have to custom build another deck. Maybe I just custom build the deck, and then we use it next time? Well, let's see how long it takes me to custom build a deck that's compliant to this. We should be at the point where we've used over 240 cards at this point, since we have 6 wins, and we've been using 41 cards a win. That's 246 cards. There's 853 total cards, so I have about 600 cards left that I can use. Oh, Gramps. Okay, so Do we be really funny about this? I think we're gonna be a little funny about this. At some point, there's a set of cards that I have to use. That's going to make winning very easy, and he's got a nice passive AI to use this on. And I don't think I will have a problem winning with this deck, or I don't think I need this deck to beat anybody else. So I think it'll be a little bit funny to use Exodia against him. And then on top of that, on top of Exodia, we can use some real bad cards. I don't remember which ones we've used or not, though. So I'm gonna be going... let's see here. We've used 93 and 94. We have not used 92. We've used 81. We've used a lot of the really bad cards. Aqua Mador kind of makes sense in this deck, so we can mark that one off. What else? Like, I know I've used 89, 90... I haven't used 87, but I mean, Dark Magician Girl's probably going to go into the deck at some point. We used 86. 84 is a great card, 83 is a great card. 82 we haven't used, and that can go in. That card's terrible. Because, I mean, all we have to do is just discard basically every card, and we'll win. I mean, I guess I can use Mystic Lamp. I shouldn't be marking these off as we go, but I guess I'm going to, so... so I'll just mark them off as we go. Oops. What did... Oh, I added a second one of those. I didn't think you could add a second one. I didn't think it would let you. Okay, well... 23, 82, 100. Let's see here. I mean, I'd like to put in some bad cards. Put in Necrolancer. This card... Oh, this card's terrible. Let's add 66. We've added 68 before. 50-1 is good. Camion Wizard. That card's terrible. Add that. Nemoriko. We might use it. I probably is just gonna get thrown in a deck that is already killing opponents, but... Yeah, these two cards are great. This card's... It's whatever, but it's probably gonna see use. 59. Yeah, we can add Soggy. Unhappy Maiden's pretty good, so we can add 2. 48. Not use Lady of Faith. How about Lady of Faith and Musician King? I'll just get those out of the way. I'm not going to use them, especially, so... Use 44... Not using 43, use 42. 41... we can add that. We use 39, 38. This card's bad enough to use, so might as well. 37 is definitely not going in. That will be used later. Okay, we will... Now let's get going down. I guess we could put in, like, some bad dragons, if if we wanted to, because there are some bad dragons, although we already put in Yamadron once. Like, Crawling Dragon's pretty bad. Although, like, dragons are just so good at fusing that I'll probably just use them for some deck that does a bunch of fusions later. So, scroll back down. I am really just trying to get rid of cards that I don't want to use later. Like 150. And 141. Uh, 151 also. That card's terrible for some reason. I don't know why it's so bad, but they didn't make it good. 153 is probably good enough to go in. I mean, I'm not going to play a Swamp Lava deck. I forget where Lava Battle Guard is in here. Must be below. So we'll find it and put it in. Let's see here. 154, good enough to play. 55. 63, 64, good. 72, that's a good card. 75, that's a great card. Like, I just don't want to put in anything that's particularly good at this point. 181 can go in. That card's pretty bad. $84, yeah, this can definitely go in. This Sonic Maid and Hibikime can go both in, so... I mean, you guys know we're not really trying to traditionally win this game, so... I'm gonna put in 187 also. 188, 190, 189 is pretty decent. Monster Tamer could go in. I'm probably not going to play that when I play my insect deck eventually. Beautiful Beast Tamer, that's definitely not going in a Beast deck, so put that in. Dehuman can go in. Oh, it's already been used. It will not go in. Lava Battle Guard will go in though, and Mushroom Man number 2. So I'm gonna save a couple warriors because there's... I definitely need a couple for when we actually play them. A Warrior Tradition can go in number 200. Because I would like to have enough to actually do some of the fusions, so... Okay, we've used all the Beast Warriors. The Beasts are probably going to go mostly into their same deck, although we could definitely put in Lizark. That card's terrible. Sinkar's pretty bad. Frenzied Panda's awful. So we'll put that in. Same with Master and Expert. That can go in. Ooh, 250. This thing can go in, that's for sure. Ooh. That card's a card that nobody wants to play. Wilmy, 254. That can go in. I'm just making this harder on myself later because I'm making decks with random cards here and there, but at the end it'll be a lot more worth it because I'm getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff that I just don't want to play. Looks like I can go down into the 300s again. $325 is pretty good. $326, $327 is pretty bad. We can put that in. Ooh, and 328. Embryonic Beast. And Wicked Mirror is good enough. Sago. Cards we've used. 4. Mr. Clown's okay. Let's see. I need some high deck cost cards now, is what I think I need, so... because he's got like 1,300 deck cost I can use to hide terrible cards in. We'll keep Cold Wave even though, I mean, it's not gonna matter. Actually, I should just get rid of it now. Same with Breath of Light. I couldn't use it last game, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Because it's basically just ignored by opponents. And then... I mean, Solomon's Law Book would be great, except, you know... Magic Drain would be excellent in this deck. I should be marking off all of these cards that I just put in, and I haven't been. Let's see, 724... I know I haven't used them, so 730. Did I put Magic Drain in that? No, 768. Or, oops, it wasn't 68, it was 48. And I have used it, so I can't use Magic Drain, sadly. Let's see here. We could put in Dianketo. Because, I mean, who's going to use Dianketo? And what else? What else do we want to put in? Put in Carrot Idol and Moisture Creature. Those are some nice big cards that I don't really want to play. We might want to drop a couple cards and put in some more expensive ones. Like, we could drop Mystic Lamp. Just trying to make this not end up being super painful later. And it's gonna probably be super painful later, so take out Mystic Lamp. Sort this by deck cost. And we're gonna take out Metabat 327. And we can take out Lady of Faith, I guess. Well, we can take out 328. Okay, and then this high deck cost stuff. I mean, the problem is that all of these really... Oh, we can put in Blue as Ultimate. That would be a little bit silly. Let's see here. Forget... I mean, the problem is that, like, the card text on some of these cards, like Dark Hole, Change of Heart, these cards are so insanely good, I don't want to just discard them. We could put in an Earthshaker, but I'm gonna save it. Creature Swap, but we've already used it. Like, of all these cards that are... I mean, Swords? Maybe we can put in Swords? It's a good enough card. Wait, I'm at 40 cards? Why am I at 40 cards? Oh. I meant to take out Metabats. Not put them in. Okay. And then... Probably not going to use Anti-Magic Fragrance. Oh, we're definitely not going to use Enchanted Javelin. 792 can go. Oh, we've already used it. Sword of Dragon Soul is actually really good. Oh, Herbie's Feather Duster. That's a great choice for getting rid of. That is a bad card that should not be 70 deck cost. Might be a note to myself to change that thing. Did you use Skull Guardian yet? I have not. Let's use that. Okay. I might have just gone overboard. And put in too much deck cost. Nope. Okay. I could put in more, but this will be enough. Let's see. How long has this been? I felt like that took forever. That did take forever. Okay. Well, we will pick up here next time. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.